Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Huh? So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
First world, come in and take a seat. Pay us no attention, it's all conspiracy. We have satire and parody, some funny, some perverse. If none of it's offensive to you, you'd be the first.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
And hello, and welcome. I'm going to be a little off camera right now, but we are going to talk to somebody about a campaign right now. So, without further ado, the crazy one. Hey Ben,
What's up?
crazy working. How you doing?
Not working enough.
So many smart
Yeah.
ass comments, so little time.
I mean,
We haven't streamed in a while, so hey, I got to give you a little crap.
I
It's
know
expected.
I have been really bad about my YouTube channel. I have not really been posting anything.
I've been posting a lot. I've been doing minimal streams. I do this, and some weeks I host the Nights of the Anime Table. And other than that, I've been basically growing my channel off of a bunch of animal videos.
Well, I hope I can steal some of your hard work.
Well, hopefully I'll get the views on the stream today because I am now officially over 2K subs.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's crazy, right?
I mean, it's freaking awesome.
So we've been through this song and dance before. You know I've backed your stuff before and I like your work. So why don't you get into explaining to people what's there and, drop your link into the private chat so I can share it across all the different places where it's being streamed, all that fun stuff,
Absolutely. Well, for folks who know me, this is not a shocker, but I have relaunched Outlaw Nights issue number 2 onto Kickstarter this time around. And we're doing pretty well so far. We are knocking on the door of 1K. And I'm hoping we can cross that threshold today because that's the only way I can go Super Saiyan. But basically, Outlaw Knights, Genesis of a Renegade, Part 2. Basically, this is continuing everything that was set up in issue number 1. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space. It is very much history repeating itself as the nations of Earth are all at each other's throats, competing over territory and resources. It is a chaotic time period to be living in, and it has given birth to a new golden age of piracy. Crime is huge right now. And so there is a lot of tension, a lot of violence going on. And in the midst of all this is our main character, Cyrus Lawson, who has moved to a small, very insignificant, out-of-the-way colony called Therese. And he's gone there and joined the colony guard. He's working as sort of a small-town hero, and he's not expecting a hell of a lot of trouble. But his dream of the quiet life is getting ripped right from under him right at the start of issue number 1 as the pirates of the ship known as Hazard have invaded his settlement, and they're looking for a special piece of data. This data is going to lead to a treasure that everybody's got their eyes on. It is a rat race in the making, and push comes to shove by the end of issue 1 without giving everything away. Cyrus is kidnapped by these pirates. So now with issue number 2...
Pirates.
Yes. And now with issue number 2, our boy has to learn how to survive in the underworld of the 31st century. And he's got to overcome his very black and white sense of morality if he wants to do that. So we've got action and intrigue mounting up.
Doesn't that sound badass, folks? So why don't you get up a screen share so we can show these people a bit of what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah. I didn't, yeah. That would help.
Yeah, it would.
Yes, indeed.
We've all been there. We've all done this. And we've all made mistakes on streams. It's easy. Hey, CJH, welcome. So this has been beautiful work.
Yes, indeed. Although I can't take credit for the artwork. That's all Juanito and Marcos Martins. I just wrote the damn thing.
Wrote and organized, and those are very important jobs, let's be honest.
Well, you flatter me.
Not often.
I know. That's why it's so
Refreshing.
It's so refreshing. But yeah, we're doing pretty well so far. We're still in the first half of the campaign, and we are very close to 1K. And I'm hoping we can cross that threshold.
Come on, let's make this happen for him.
And
I mean,
yeah,
I gotta be me and just point out what else does he have. I mean,
I have talent. I have handsomeness. I have an awesome comic series.
2 out of 3. You ain't handsome. I mean,
I'm very handsome. Thank you very much.
everyone who knows me, and this is normal between us. This is friendship.
There's my picture right there in the corner, and it looks.
See, I'm right. I mean,
I actually buzzed my hair down, so I'm pretty much bald. Yeah.
there is a song from Christine Lavin called "I Like Bald-Headed Men." You could probably use that as your theme song. I mean,
I've pretty much done it. I've gone almost bald. I still have hair on my head, but it's very short. It's very, very, very short.
You buzzed your head, huh?
I had to. It was time.
It is time to breathe. Now, I've been very proud of the work you've done since I've known you, and all the joking and all the BS aside, I've actually known you how long now?
It's been over 2 years.
I thought the first time we talked back when we first started getting to know the community was in 2020, wasn't it?
I think so. It may have even been 2019.
Might have been at the end of the year when I was starting to get to know everyone. You've been there towards the beginning of when I knew everybody. So
I'm still infamous.
Yeah. CJH, you're making me feel old. I'm going to be 40 this year.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. I'm turning 40 this year.
I'm going to be turning 34 in August, and I'm not happy about it.
Youngin'. I mean...
Yeah, but you see, you're all set up. You're, like, married and everything, and you got a house. Like, you're where you're supposed to be. I still got to get there.
Since I was 22, I'm in that situation, yeah. Crazy? You want crazy? In a few weeks here, we will be hitting 20 years since me and my husband's first date.
I mean, that's freaking awesome for 2023. I mean, that's rare.
It is. Hi, Bone. Welcome. Ben, though.
I remember Bone.
So many bad jokes I could make it the way you said that. So many.
I mean, why are you holding back?
I don't know, because I'm trying to be semi-professional since I'm actually having you promote.
True, but we are simulcasting on my channel, so...
Where everyone knows I torture you shamelessly every time we stream.
Yes, so it makes sense.
Hey, Cap! How you been doing? But yes, now, Outlaw Night, I have always liked your comic. I have the first set somewhere from backing it, although I can't figure out which stash of my comics and which house it's in. Please understand, I've been trying to get as many comics as I can, both from the old days comics and the indie scene for the last few years, and I've been back and forth tons between my house and my mom's, and I have no idea which stash it's in.
I mean, you know, if you want to get another copy of issue 1, you can on this campaign.
I mean, that's kind of what I did with Hex. Is I got several copies of his comic that he did, and then I gave one of them to my anti-CG brother to make him like our comics. I mean,
Yeah. But I mean, look at the cover for issue 2 here. Like, look at how crazy and unhinged Wellington looks.
no, that is badass, and it's very difficult actually to get shading done well in that kind of a shadow scene in night. So I got to give the artist credit for that because that's a high bar to hit, and most don't. Most of the time when they do like lightning and dark effects and out in the black sky or something like that, even the skin parts aren't usually as well shadowed,
Well, yeah, that I think that's our colorist's doing, Marcos.
Yeah, it's a colorist doing, and it has to have a good drawing to base on to really get the shadows that well. So,
Oh, yeah,
mad
Jay
credit,
Krager
mad
did
respect
this.
to both of. Well, that explains a lot. Krager's a badass, but no, mad credit to both your artists because that looks immense and awesome. And CJH, I seriously doubt that's real. That's probably some sort of fraud post going around for that. But yeah. But no, I mean, I'm giving mad credit to the artists because I've worked in some colorist stuff. I've done a few little jobs. I'm very much into the colors and shadows and shading. You know this. And I'm actually impressed with that.
Hell yeah. I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't,
You can take credit for creating it and bringing the people together.
That's true.
And then thank the artists.
Very much so. And Juanito is doing our interior art. He's responsible for images such as this. You may remember Juanito. He did Dwarves versus Lions from Aerith Saga.
Ah, okay.
He
I
is.
knew I heard the name before.
Yep. He's a pretty popular artist from Bolivia. He's a popular artist from Bolivia. And I like his style. It matches up very well with the style we had in issue 1. Yeah, this is probably like one of my favorites right here.
Yeah, that's got good shadows.
Cyrus and Serpent, because they're going to be together for a lot of this issue.
Bang. No, I'll give you crap left, right, and center all day, but I can't give the comic crap because A, it's well done. B, I like the art that's been done on it. And I'll crap to you aside, I like your writing in it. So I'll give you crap for everything else. I'll give you crap for everything else, but the comic is solid, okay?
I feel like my ego is growing so much right now.
Oh, God, no. Take your ugly ass ego and kick it back down because I'm still going to give you crap because there's still things I think you're nuts on.
I feel like I'm the greatest that ever was.
Oh, Lord, this is what happens when you give him a little bit of a compliment. Fucking hell.
No, but this is so yeah, this is where our interior pages are right now. We obviously I need the funding in order to get coloring done, in order to letter it and everything. So this is where we're at the moment. I think I love the artwork so far, so I had to share some of it on the campaign. And
no, it's amazing so far, and your artists are obviously better at drawing your vision than you are. I mean,
yes, very much so. I draw little cutesy cartoon things that would not have fit.
now I could see, kind of crossing the old style cartoons with the pirate style and kind of give it similar art style to like Pirates of Dark Water would be okay. But this really has the gritty, hard edge and the high art style, and I like that.
Oh, hell yeah. Most definitely. And for everybody who paid attention with issue 1, who was disappointed that Taurus was not going to be in the issue, he is definitely going to be in issue 2.
Yay!
And here he is right after his famous arm chopping scene.
Wicked. That's
And here's
wicked.
here's something you'll like. We've got booty.
The booty. Roll. Sorry.
I can't
I'm a
even
little-
remember. I can't even remember what I put in this particular scene.
I am at right now at this moment where I'm like halfway between exhausted as hell and sleep deprived for months and hyper as hell because it's midday and my brain's got a million things it wants to do because my husband's going to be here tomorrow night and I haven't seen him for over a month. So,
Oh, damn. Where's he been?
home. I'm at my mom's place still.
Oh, lordy.
So, I'm like wound as hell but also exhausted. So, I'm sorry if I'm a little punchy.
I mean, you've been very complimentary of me. It's strange.
Don't let it go to your head. We have to have a regular stream together soon. I mean,
I agree. We are overdue.
and both of us have been kind of lazy when it comes to streaming the last few months.
Yeah, I've been trying to like rethink my formula of like how I'm gonna do things. Cause like I'd like to like have specific focus on like topics and stuff. But the problem is like nowadays not a hell of a lot interests me.
I kind of get that actually. Look, you introduce all these streams. You tell me come on, and I'd say I don't really know much or care much about that topic, and you'd say come on, and basically I'd make fun of you for talking about that topic. I mean, it was kind of our thing. I mean,
Yeah, I did play through Hogwarts Legacy, your favorite game.
and I still don't give a crap. I still hate Harry Potter. I
Well-
agree with her on the stuff she's been saying, but I hate Harry Potter.
I did a review on it, and yeah, like honestly, I was not impressed by it. I thought like it wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't like fantastic. It was kind of middle of the road. It was like, it's fun, but I don't know if I'd replay it or not.
Ben is very serious about his stuff. He's released one before, and if he can't release it for any reason, he does refund. He did when he canceled the old one and restarted.
Yep.
He
That's
is not
why
going to rip people off, and I've had people screw me over and rip me off, and I trust him on this.
Oh yeah, because like that's why I set the goal at specifically these large numbers. It's like that's what I need in order to produce the book. So if we don't make it to that number, like the campaign automatically refunds. So that way, because yeah, like I don't want to rip anybody off. Like this whole thing is like if I could give you all the comic for free, I probably would.
It's love of art for Ben. It definitely is. And like I said, there's a lot of people I don't trust much on this. And CJH knows I've called people out for doing this or releasing really late without telling people or other shit. I trust you on this because I've seen your actions before. You did things quickly and responsibly with me before. And it'd be like if Doc comes back and starts doing Tilt again, I would still back and support him because I was there backer at the first book. And he was solid in releasing it. I worked with him and in the art on the second book. And while it may have taken him longer because this shit happening, he was still responsible. He was still letting people know what was going on. And if he comes back and does the third, I'm still with him completely. There's other people I really wanted to believe in. And they've taken forever to release things or they've never shipped things or... And it's sad because we need to support each other. We need to do all we can. But look, we all understand things happen. You get delays happen. So just keep in contact with your backers and give them support back.
And I would also say like
there.
for everybody who like launches a campaign, the big thing is you want to plan for things going wrong. Because 90% of the time things will happen.
I mean, look, when I was working with the art on Tilt 2, I had a pretty strict timeline he put me on. And I kind of delayed him about a week because I broke my thumb while I was working on it. And so I told him what was going on, and he actually had me take pictures and a little video of me working on the color stuff with the thumb still in the brace because it was the hand I use. Not kidding. And he actually sent those out to the backer saying, look, we're still hard at work. Just give us a little more time.
Yeah.
But no, I was literally, because I broke my left thumb, which is my good hand. That's the hand I write with and draw with. And I was still sitting there doing those hand colorists, blending the pencils with the thumb.
Oh, goodness.
It was funny. It really was.
My lord. Yeah, what I was thinking about Tilt just the other day. What happened with him?
Basically after Tilt 2, both went fine, both were successful, but things came up with family and he decided he was going to pull away and deal with them.
That makes sense.
So yeah, he was absolutely fine with both campaigns. He did a great job, and he is a sweetheart. And not just that one, with the derecho hit, and all that damage was done over in Iowa, and the house shook so bad it actually knocked a bunch of stuff out of the shelves in the closet. It broke several of my paintings, and it also damaged some of the stuff I got from his campaign.
Oh, God.
And when he found out I posted about going through that and what I lost, he actually sent me a book with a box with the replacement book that gotten damaged, along with some artwork to go with it to cheer me up.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you can't... People like that, you got to give him credit. That was absolutely a sweetheart.
Hell yeah.
Awesome, CJH. And yeah, CJH says it's going to have to be a couple weeks for him because he's moving, but...
Oh, yeah. No worries. And you don't need to worry about the January thing because, like, I deliberately set the delivery date later than I want to do it.
Yeah, he did, because I will actually attest. I got mine actually before the date on the first campaign. So...
It's all because, like, you know, I'm anticipating a delay happening at some point.
What's the phrase that makes no sense but actually does make sense? Expect the unexpectable.
Yes. Murphy's Law of Effect. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Basically, my life in a nutshell. I mean...
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've had mad support and respect for you, for Doc with Tilt. Working with Lenore on Tilt was awesome.
Yeah.
God, I love that girl. I love that girl to pieces, you know? And she kicks everybody's butt when they talk back to me. I swear. It's just funny watching her rip into people when they say something stupid to me. That's my girl. We all gotta love Lenore. Honestly, I get that, CJH. For me, I'm not big on the big campaigns anymore, mostly because I very rarely have the money to back campaigns anymore. And so I try to find the people who I know are pretty consistent, I know are really solid people, and are having trouble getting the products, funding that they need.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, like,
under promise, over produce. Exactly, Pops. That is exactly what it is. And yeah, in a heartbeat, in a nutshell, that's what we have to do. We have to not make a bunch of big, grandiose promises, not say we're going to deliver the moon, but just tell people what we're trying to do and make it honest. I'm still working on my photo book. I'm still working on my pinup book. The reason I never gave people a date on those is because I knew life was going to happen. And I knew I was doing everything myself from scratch. And these are massive books and projects. I expected them to take years.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not angry or upset at myself that they're taking years. They've taken me longer than I originally anticipated. But they're not taking... ridiculous when you understand I'm doing multiple books at once while supporting streaming, doing photography, doing the video work, and taking care of family, you know? But I'm not going to put the actual campaigns and stuff out. I'm not going to actually start fundraising for them until I have enough finished that I can easily put it out. because I'm not going to risk screwing people over if my medical gets bad or something happens to me, you know?
Hell yeah.
And that's got to be a personal situation too, because some people need to put the campaigns up to get the funding to do the project. And I understand that. But for me, with my disabilities, I can't run that risk. I'm not going to put anything up until I can guarantee they'll get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And apparently there's a $50 border crossing fee. That's freaky.
I'm not sure.
I was reading CJ's.
I'm trying to figure out what he's referring to. That $50 showed up at the right time. I need to set up memberships on my channel, and I need to start setting up an exclusive club where people can get access to special photos from that are unreleased and stuff like that. Because I have so much photography work now. I got news for everyone. It was mid-February that I started as a photographer. Means I have officially been working as a photographer over 5 years now.
Hell yeah.
And this was a passion before I even found this community online, before I even got involved in streaming and stuff. I'm a hardcore photographer. I take this very, very seriously, and I love my work. So I'm thrilled to death that I have this opportunity to work with everybody.
Hell yeah.
I mean, let's face it, 90% of the time I sit here and wonder why everyone talks to me. I'm just this middle-aged, frumpy housewife who takes nature shots. And I'm talking to people I watched in comics when I was a kid. People like, go over and deal with Don Shin and Parody Press. I remember them as a teen, I love Parody Press stuff. And it's like, he was the comics equivalent to me of my fangirling over Mel Brooks in TV and movies. And so it's like streaming with these people and getting to know them is like massive to me. And I love that this online stuff.
I have no idea who that is, but I mean,
Parody Press was 80s, 90s era where he did a lot of spoofs of popular comics.
You know who Don Chin is?
I've heard the name.
Beard Zerker.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you know who Don Chin is. Trust me. Radioactive black belt hamsters from back in the day. Remember?
Well, I don't remember that, but I was young back then.
He needs more of the old Parody Press comics. He needs to see some of the shit Don's done, doesn't he?
Check out Parody Press. There's so much cool shit, dude, from way back in the day all the way up to now.
And the fact that I still remember the first time I actually got to stream with Don Chin was a couple weeks before my birthday a couple years ago. And I get to go on the stream with him. And the entire stream, I ended up talking to him where he was actually asking me about the photography and asking me about all the eagles and stuff like that. And then I started to do the birthday crawl stream with Anthony and all them. And he shows up and he's hopping from channel to channel with me going, my eagle girl. And it's like, oh my God, I'm so happy.
Yeah, John's way cool, man. He is like, way cool.
I was like fangirling.
I think I even gave Beard Zerker best book of the year in 21. I was that entertained by that book. It made me laugh. It made me go back and look at pages over again, panels over again. It was one of those books. So, you check out Parody Press. You can go way back, and there's tons of good stuff, man.
And he's just a solid guy too. He's such a big heart, and he loves to jump around the auctions and support people and stuff too.
Yep, good dude all the way around. Okay, I'm gonna get back out of here. I know Ben knows who he is. I had to come in here and say, no. You know Don Chin. Everybody knows Don Chin. Okay. Probably him and Peter Simeti, like the nicest two guys in comics.
Oh, they are both sweethearts. They are awesome guys. Love them both to death.
Yeah, probably the two nicest guys in comics right there. So, you know.
All right.
If you don't know Don Chin, go check out Parody Press. It's good stuff. Later.
Lordy,
All right.
lordy.
Yeah, Pops loves it, that stuff, if you can't tell. Yeah, get started on your projects. Even if you just sit and you do a little here and there, and you do a little here and there, and you work on it to get yourself to a point where it's faster to do. Look, I've already written out scripts for certain cells and stuff to try to do my tribal comics. I'm not ready as an artist yet to do them. I'm still learning how to repeat the same character twice. But I'm still coming up with the scripts. I'm still coming up with stuff. I'm still keeping my eyes open for artists who could do it with me. I'm not giving up on it either. And that's the thing. Work on whatever you can work on and work on getting better at the stuff that you're not ready for yet.
Definitely.
Get to work and don't let anything hold you back. The harder it is for you, the more you push yourself.
Hell yeah.
I love the comics industry and I love the people I'm getting to get to know and the community I'm getting to know and the stuff that I get to do. I am flabbergasted. I'm Ben. Your comic stuff's great.
Well, thank you.
And I'm going to feel sick if I keep complimenting you because this is not how we stream.
Well, now talk about how handsome I am.
I'm never going to lie. I mean...
Look at that. I mean, that guy right there. Good Lord.
Funny looking little bugger. I mean.
And
so,
and there's me in my pirate outfit right there.
Yeah, you're hiding how round your head is and how bald you are in that picture.
That was back when my hair had not receded back that far. So,
if it makes you feel any better, my husband was already losing his hairline when I met him in college.
I mean, again, my hairline. I'm not bald. My hairline receded.
It's retreating pretty quickly.
Well, that's why I went ahead and I did the buzz.
I'm sorry. I'm so horrible. I know.
But, go back to talking about how handsome I am.
Oh, God, Bone. That is just hard to say. I mean, look, Bone, I've loved the comics and escapism and the art and literature combining and all that since I was a little kid. But I am also a tribal nature girl, and I have been wanting to be more involved in animals my whole life. And I was training to be a forest ranger and studying it from the age of 3 to 17 until I found out I medically couldn't. And I adore my work. So it's like trying to pick. Oh, my God. I don't want to pick. I don't want to pick. That's a hard question. Oh, my God. He's like asking me to pick my left arm or my right arm. And I'm sitting there going, well, I may lean on one more than the other. I don't really want to make that choice. Is that terrible?
No.
CJH, that's kind of where I'm at. Is I know I could hire artists, but when I release these tribal books, if I'm going to hire an artist, it's got to be somebody I know is phenomenal, and they have to be willing to sit and work with me directly, because I'm not going to just be trying to do this in a tribal style. I'm going to try to stylize the entire book to look like a combination of my colorist style and my great uncle's paintings. So they have to be stylized after a specific tribal artist. And while he's not a nobody in that realm, he's one of the most known ones, in fact. And while I could drag any artist I hired down to Crazy Horse and show them a wing of his artwork for them to start basing it on, I'm really, really particular on this because it's to honor my family heritage and it's based in the culture,
Hell yeah.
It's going to be a stretch for me. It's going to take some work to get me to that point. I'm going to have to find an artist at some point because there's things I'm sure I'm not going to be able to do, but I'm going to be so picky. And that's part of why I'm so impressed with it. Talk a minute, Ben.
Oh, okay. Well, if you back the book for nothing else, back for this page and this particular panel, because this panel really, I'm very impressed with this panel for reasons. Because of the contouring of the image, because of how far back everything goes, you know. No other real specific reasons. Just ignore what the mouse is doing. Yeah. I totally forgot what I even did this, like what this page is about. It's been a hot minute since I looked at that script. Good Lord. I think, yeah, like CJ, I would say that's very similar to what I'm doing here, except there's no real superhero aspect to this story. This is more of like hero becomes anti-hero, fall from grace kind of thing. But I'm playing around with the idea that, you know, I'm playing around with the idea that, like, in real life, good and evil are not easily defined, and that a lot of times the people that you think are bad can turn out to be not so bad, and that people you think are good can sometimes be complete assholes. That pretty much reflects my coming of age story in politics. Oh, Lordy. But yeah.
Sorry about that. I had to deal with something that's kind of serious going on. They put it in private chat, so.
Yeah. I just read it and I was caught off guard.
So, well, there have been issues. Apparently, this started last night in the electrical system and it didn't get to the surface fully until this afternoon. And so it's damaged the electrical system so bad the whole town smells of burnt electronics and chemicals.
Jesus.
So, as you can imagine, with my breathing issues, it's going to be fun tonight, isn't it?
Just move to the south. You'll be fine.
No, I would actually get sicker down there. I have issues with heat and humidity.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, actually, where my mom's at here right now is most of the time really good for me breathing-wise. We're in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, but this is kind of an off-putting moment that's not normal. So it is what it is, kind of.
Well, make yourself feel better by getting one of these 3 posters. I know you want this one.
You should add a tier that's just released to me privately for me to get a bunch of shit cheaper. I mean,
just get. I know you want this poster.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I want it all, but I'm broke as fuck. Fortunately, I really want it all. By the way, any of my fans that really love me, you can always back stuff for me as well. I mean,
I would not be against that.
It's a shameless little bit of a beg, but I love y'all.
I am not against that concept at all.
Well, of course not. It would help anybody I'm promoting and supporting.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just being totally altruistic.
But I probably am going to need to wrap this up, which is okay because promotional streams usually go half hour to 90 minutes, depending on everything. And there is another stream coming up before too much longer. So we've got most of an hour. We're doing pretty good, right?
Hell yeah.
But like I said, Ben is one I will vouch for, that he has been solid on everything I've seen him do since 3-4 years now almost. So I will actually attest that I trust him.
I am depressed about the fact that I'm only on issue 2 after 3 or 4 years. I got to get this thing going faster.
I have 3-4 years, and I'm still working on the 2 books I announced I was going to work on in the first year. But I kind of knew they were all going to take anywhere from 1 to 5 years each because of the complexity of them. So I'm not giving up on them. I did tell everyone last year when we lost Dad and I had to start taking care of Mom more anyways, that it was going to take longer to release them because it's a secondary to taking care of Mom and helping with the tribal giveaway for Dad's memory and all that stuff. So
Lordy.
I'm still working on them, just not as much as I want to. Make sense?
Yeah. Definitely.
But if I can raise a chunk of money so I can actually replace my computer, I can actually start working on the photo book again. It won't take long to finish.
I mean, you could just raise a bunch of money and give it all to me. I'd be fine with that, but you know.
Yeah, my computer is almost completely dead and I can't run my page editor anymore for my photo book because of the memory issues.
Lordy, lordy.
I can't work on my book. I need to work on it. I have literally, the photo book is done whenever I quit micromanaging it and re-editing pages.
Yeah.
It's just shy of 100 pages. And everything on it are photos I took myself, except for one photo my husband took, which is a surprise photo gift in it. And everything from writing up the background, from the animal information, to designing the pages, to the layout work, everything has been done myself.
Nice.
So from inception to going out and taking the photos to creating the book, it's all me.
I mean, that's the way to do it.
That's a lot of work.
And I would say, CJ, you are correct in that I think it's fine to use AI to form concepts. Just don't
try to sell it as your own art. Don't try to create stuff off of other artists' stuff, but to use it as a way to go, well, if I combine this and this and this, what would it generally look like, to help you see it? That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, definitely. Like, AI stuff is creeping me out. It's creeping me out how quickly it's boomed.
No stolen artwork, but if you're just trying to be inspired the same way you would be if you're studying an artist, I don't have a problem with that.
Because, I mean, it's like, did we learn nothing from science fiction?
Apparently not, because everybody's like running arms open wide right into all of the big socialistic behaviors of sci-fi. It's like, do you realize that every sci-fi, those things always ended badly?
This is exactly how the Matrix started.
Just saying. I've actually made that point to people. The more intelligence we give computers, the more the computers reject us. I mean, look, they've recorded these things like Lexus and Siri and them growing personalities and cussing back at people.
I actually kind of like that, but you know.
It's entertaining. At the same time, though, you go, where would that end?
Yeah.
And that gets you a little weirded out. Hey, welcome. We're just wrapping up here, but it's good to see you. I've been seeing your little ad constantly. But yeah, it's like one of those things where, okay, well, I like the inception, but I don't trust the endings. And it's great to see you, First World. And yeah, just sharing Ben's project today. And either next week or sometime in the week, it depends on when the artist is available, I will be helping promote another one soon. So keep your eyes open. And if First World, if you want to come onto the stream sometime and share and actually interview with me like I am with Ben, that's absolutely welcome to. And
Hell
other
yeah.
than that, Ben, tell them where to find you at.
You can, of course, find me on Twitter at Knights Outlaw with an N, not a K. You can also find me on Instagram at Outlaw Knights. And you can find me on Facebook under my real name, Ben Fuselier, Fuselier. And find me on YouTube under my channel, Fusebox.
And you all know me. Follow me where you are on YouTube. Hop over to Eagle Rider. Look for the busty native chick, not the motorcycles, obviously. I'm having one of those days. Permanent videos that are up are videos of animals and my nature work and photography. Streams are Take It As You Go, and I'm pulling them down after right now. But have a lot of fun. Visit the channel and sub, and I do promotions when I can, and I will do all I can to help promote people. Other than that, find me at RoseMQueen1 over on Twitter, and basically I promote people and I slap trolls around.
Yes.
Have a great night, everybody.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.com.